A very good morning I bid to our lecturer, Sir Mospa. So today, my name is Zi Xin, and my partner, Nabil, we will be presenting about our final project and the country that we have chosen is Italy. So without further ado, we shall start our presentation.
Italy is a boot-shaped peninsula that juts out of the southern Europe into the Adriatic Sea, Tyrrhenian Sea, Mediterranean Sea and other waters. Its location has played an important role in its history. The sea surrounds Italy and mountains crisscross the interior, dividing it into regions. The Alps cut across the top of the country and are streaked with long, thin glacial lakes. From the western end of the Alps, the Apennines mountains stretch south down to entire peninsula. West of the Apennines are wooded hills that are home to many of Italy's historic cities, including Rome. In the south are hot, dry coastlands and fertile plains where olive, almonds and figs are grown. The Italian economy is divided into two parts: a developed industrial north dominated by private firms and a less developed agricultural south with a history of unemployment and underdevelopment. The manufacturing of high-quality consumer goods by small and medium-sized business, many of which are family-owned, is a major driver of the Italian economy. Italy also has a substantial subterranean economy which accounts for up to 17% of GDP, according to some estimates. Agriculture, construction and service industry are the most prevalent places to find these activities. Italy's population curve has changed dramatically over the age, typically in lockstep with demographic patterns in other European countries. The epidemic of the mid-14th century decimated the peninsula's population until the 17th century. A slight, steady expansion lasted from the early 18th century until unification in the 1860s, but it was halted during the Napoleonic Wars. Although there is no evident direct relationship between the two, the natural population rise were typically largest during the decades with the biggest emigration.
The Italians are mainly particularism because they are very particular about their relationship, and networking for them is very important because the first impression is mainly everything in their business. So why I said networking is very important is because they will believe you only when they trust you. So after they get to know your personality, then only they will slowly to talk to you about business. Next part we'll be talking about individualism versus communitarianism. So Italians, we classify them as communitarianism is because hierarchy is very important to them. So in their business culture, they would need to go through various different managers in order to get their opinions, to get the decisions done. So a longer time frame to get things settled or confirmed is in Italy is normal. So the Italians are mainly diffuse because they tend to mix their business and personal life. The reason we said that is because the Italians, they will tend to get to know you better first. They get to know your personality, and if you're close to them, they'll be talking to you about their family. So this is why personality and the family background is very important for you to build up a business in Italy. No, Italians are mainly emotional because they like to go close to they like to get close to each other and like to touch you. So this is what we mean by emotional. So during business, they will show more of their emotions compared to others. So Italians are mainly more on achievement because they would like you to call them according to their title. However, once they have get to know you, then you will get to call them by their names. But before that, you will have to call them according to their title first. So the Italians are usually synchronous in time because it's okay for them to be late during meeting. However, from our point of view, it will be better for us to be there on time since we are talking about business. So the Italians, from what we know, they are mainly outer direction because they are loyal to their belief. However, they will still be planning for their future as they believe that planning can actually assist them in their business. So now I will pass it on to my partner, Nabil, to continue with our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, so for do and don'ts, so you do need to wear properly for meeting or during business appointment. It is essential to present yourself properly. For example, wearing leisure wear during business appointments is not a standard practice. It gives a wrong impression at first glance. Then the second one, you do need to learn basic Italian phrase to make it easier for you to speak with the locals or with the clients. And Italians love it when you try to speak some Italian with them regardless of your skill level with the language. So for don'ts, if the meeting is an initial one, don't expect too many business decision. First meetings are often informal opportunities with the intention of evaluating colleagues and establishing new relationship. So using pressure to try to change this will be counterproductive and definitely unwelcome. So in meeting, it is usually common when they are disagreed with our idea. Okay, and the second one for don'ts is don't talk about money right away. It is weird because money is a delicate issue for Italians. Don't start talking about it at the beginning of a conversation, especially if it's a large amount. It's better to spend a few minutes talking about other aspects of the business before discussing the financial side.
So basically what I managed to learn from this final project is that we must be very vigilant about our surrounding. For example, if we go to another country, then we will be able to identify around what we have learned throughout this whole semester, like the Trumpiness dimension and so on and so forth. So this is what I've learned. Thank you.